Time to make an all-time classic cake. It only uses basic ingredients, so you've probably got everything you need in the kitchen right now. Let's make some carrot cake on the One Pot Chef. Let's make some carrot cake. Into my large mixing bowl, I'm adding 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. I'm just sifting it in. Now, if you don't have self-raising flour or you can't get it where you live, you can just use plain flour and add in 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm also sifting through about half a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. I'm not measuring, I'm just tapping it in. That looks about right. That's sifted. We're just going to set that aside while we work on the rest of our ingredients. In another bowl, I'm just using a small mixing jug. I'm going to add 3 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, a splash of vanilla, probably about a teaspoon. You could use vanilla extract or vanilla essence, and 3/4 of a cup of oil. Now, I'm using vegetable oil, but you could, of course, use any other kind of oil you prefer. You could also replace this with the same amount of melted butter, but I find that the vegetable oil tends to keep the cake a lot moister, and you want that with a carrot cake. And just using a whisk, we're going to whisk this up until it's all combined. That's looking gorgeous. Let's add this into our flour mixture. And just stir that to combine everything. Now, it wouldn't be carrot cake without, of course, carrots. I've got 4 small carrots which I have just grated up. I put them in the scales. It's around about 300 grams. And we're just going to gently stir that into the mixture. That's looking gorgeous. I think we're ready to transfer this into our cake tin. That's our cake mix in the greased and lined cake tin. Now, this is ready to go into the oven. Preheated oven 170 degrees for about 1 hour, or until a skewer inserted into the centre of the cake comes out clean. And here's our carrot cake fresh out of the oven. I left it in the tin for about 5 minutes or so because a cake is still cooking when it comes out of the oven for a little while. After 5 minutes, I gently transferred it onto this wire rack to allow it to cool completely. Now, let's go make our cream cheese frosting. I'm just making a simple cream cheese frosting. Today I'm using some spreadable cream cheese, 250 grams. You could also just use the normal block of cream cheese, just allow it to go soft. To that I'm adding in half a cup of icing sugar or powdered sugar or confectioner's sugar, depending on where you live in the world, and about a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And just with a wooden spoon, just stir all that together until combined. That's looking gorgeous and smooth. We're ready to top our cake. And just spread the cream cheese frosting over the top of the cake. And that's our cake ready to go, so let's have a slice. Oh, wow. The cake is incredibly moist, and you've got that cream cheese frosting on top that's just absolutely brilliant. That's so delicious. You're going to love this. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this recipe. Check out my other videos at OnePotChefShow.com. And until next time, see you later.